to my YouTube channel, One Race, the Human Race, All Human. Today is Monday, July 11th, 2022. Do you practice plantation Christianity, or slave master Christianity, or sideways Christianity? Do you practice the two greatest commandments? Love God, love your neighbor as yourself. Who is your neighbor? Anyone in need of help, as found in Luke chapter 10. The minister messed up, the deacon messed up, but the Samaritan, despised in that day, is a hero who showed agape love, concern, compassion, caring for the person who's in need. Blue lives matter. All human lives on the face of this earth matter. And that includes black lives.
I overheard the president say something to the effect of, I don't effing care that they have weapons. They're not here to hurt me.
But the physical violence we experienced was horrific and devastating. My fellow officers and I were punched, kicked, shoved, sprayed with chemical irritants.
Where I remember Tony mentioning knives, guns in the form of pistols and rifles, bear spray, body armor, spears, and flagpoles.
I was particularly shocked at seeing the insurrectionists violently attack us with the very American flag that they claim to sought to protect.
Let them in, let my people in, take the effing mags away.
In Iraq, we expected armed violence because we were in a war zone. But nothing in my experience in the Army or as a law enforcement officer prepared me for what we confronted on January 6th.
Hi again, everyone. It's 5 o'clock in the East. For the men and women in law enforcement who put their lives on the line to defend the U.S. Capitol and everyone inside of it on January 6th, Cassidy Hutchinson's testimony was eye-opening and deeply disturbing. It revealed that not only was the former president aware of the potential that violence would likely ensue when he rallied his supporters, but when he was told that they were armed, he responded this way, quote, "They're not here to hurt me. Who the rioters did hurt were the Capitol and Metropolitan police officers. More than 140 of them were injured that day, suffering through what one officer described as medieval hand-to-hand combat. And of course, the 5 officers who tragically died the next day or in the weeks and months that followed." In a brand new op-ed in the New York Times, Capitol Police Sergeant Aquilino Gonell, who you saw there at the beginning of this hour, writes that he was betrayed by the ex-president. From his powerful new piece, quote, "Over the course of the 5-hour struggle, my hands were bloodied from being smashed by a stolen police baton. My right foot and my left shoulder were so damaged that I needed multiple surgeries to repair them. My head was hit with such force with a pipe that I no doubt would have sustained brain damage if not for my helmet." Sergeant Gonell goes on to describe how much this has impacted every aspect of his life. Quote, "After recently passing the lieutenant's test, I hoped to be promoted. Instead, on the day of Ms. Hutchinson's testimony, I was heartbroken to hear my doctors tell me that at 43, I should no longer work with the police force. The physical and emotional damage I sustained on January 6th not only cut short my career, it has upended my life. 5 of my colleagues in law enforcement died, and more than 850 rioters were arrested. So many families have been ruined because of one man's lust for power. The former president's summoning of the mob and directing it to march down to the Capitol will be the focus of tomorrow's hearing by the January 6th Select Committee as it continues to draw a larger and more detailed and direct line between ex-President Trump and the horrific and violent events of that day. Sergeant Gonell calls out the ex-president at the end of his new piece, saying this, quote, "The enabling of Mr. Trump needs to stop now. He should not only be banned from running for any other government office, he should never be allowed near the White House again. I believe he betrayed his oath to defend the Constitution, and it was to the detriment of me, my colleagues, and all Americans whom he was supposed to protect." It's where we start the hour with some of our favorite reporters and friends. The editor-at-large of The Bulwark and MSNBC contributor, Charlie Sykes, is back. Plus, Clint Watts, former consultant to the FBI Counterterrorism Division, now an MSNBC national security analyst. Our friend Andrew Weissman's back, former FBI general counsel, former senior member of the Mueller investigation. We're happy to announce he's back with us as an MSNBC legal analyst. And joining us for the Washington Post, congressional correspondent and MSNBC contributor, Jackie Alemany. Jackie.
Love is the answer. Compassion is the answer. The oneness of all humanity is the answer. We're all human, and we all have a right to life, liberty, sweet happiness. Jesus said, I'm come that they may have life and have it more abundantly. Second half of John 10:10. You can disagree without being disagreeable. And the way we settle things in America is at the ballot box. Violence. Jesus said, blessed, violence has no place. Jesus said, blessed are the peacemakers. What kind of Christian are you? Do you practice slave master Christianity? Fake Christianity? Phony Christianity? False Christianity? Or do you implement the words of Christ in Matthew chapter 25? I was hungry, you feed me. Do you help the least of these? Do you follow Matthew 23:23? Christ stands for love, justice, mercy, and faith. Do you follow Matthew chapter 22 and Mark chapter 12 and Luke chapter 10? Loving God and loving your neighbor as yourself. Again, the minister, pastor messed up. The deacon messed up with the Good Samaritan.
MSNBC contributor, Jackie Alemany.
The Good Samaritan. He was the one that showed compassion, concern for the person on the road who needed help. Not concerned about what he or she looked like, but concerned about helping others. Thank you for being on my YouTube channel. One race, human race, all human. God bless you, and God keep you.